Do you feel like $1 million or $100,000 is going to heal your nervous system? Because I was watching a live the other day and of very accomplished, successful creator, and she said something. Someone was talking about nervous system healing and all that, and she said, "Right now, $1 million is going to heal my nervous system." And when she said it, I kind of recoiled at first, but then I realized that this is the belief system, was the belief, my belief system for a very long time. Okay. And I want to ask you, do you know how, like, when rich people, like billionaires, millionaires, a lot of times they'll say, I thought that the money was going to bring me happiness, or you'll see a billionaire and they're like, I'm struggling, or and you're asking yourself, well, they have all of this money. How could they be struggling? How could they be having problems in their life? They have $1 million. They have a billion, excuse me, they have billions of dollars. They don't have any problems. And the interesting thing is, what that means is no shade, no shade, no shade. I've done this too. You actually idolize that money more than the rich person does, more than the millionaire and billionaire. Okay. That means that you think that money is going to bring you your happiness. Money is going to stabilize your nervous system. Money is going to take away and eradicate the anxiety. And that is simply not true. Now, this is not, I'm a healer, right? And this is not to spiritually bypass and say that money is not a part of an energetic ecosystem. It absolutely is. All right. But we also pedestalize it so much that we think that if we don't have it, that it is going to destroy our entire lives. And that is part of the problem. Now, I have been at all income as a nurse and also a spiritual healer. I've been at all incomes. I've made $0, okay, up to $10,000 a month, okay, which for some people may not be a whole lot. That's fine, but for someone who's single, has no children, that's quite a bit for me, I'll be honest. But what I've noticed that all of the when I was making 10,000, when I make $10,000, or when I make zero or 20 or $40 a month, $1,000 a month or whatever, I am prone to the same problems, okay, of someone who makes 20,000, 30,000 enough, of $30,000 a month, okay? And so the point is that there is nothing outside of you that is going to regulate your nervous system if you don't already have a foundational healed nervous system. Okay. And what I find is that is so interesting is that when it comes to relationships, nowadays we'll tell someone, don't depend on a relationship for your happiness. Okay. Don't depend on that. But when it comes to money, right? We don't have that same theory. Okay, we don't hold us to that same standards. Okay, your worth is not, and this is gonna be probably sound so bad. I'm just gonna say your safety and security is not wholly dependent. Your worth, the amount in your bank account is not wholly dependent on the money. You know what I mean? It's just not. I'm telling you, as someone who has been at various income streams, when I make $10,000 a month, right? Because I'm a travel nurse, so it just kind of like fluctuates. But there were often times where I still didn't feel safe. Remember, I don't have any children. I don't have a partner. I don't have to worry about anyone but myself. And I thought that with the travel and the things and all of this was going to fill that void for me. It absolutely did not. I like money and I'm someone who likes money. I personally know that when I charge a client or when I charge a hospital for my services, it's an energetic exchange. When a therapist is sitting down listening to their patient, that's taking energetic space for them, okay? It's an energetic exchange. So this is why the wisdom that they offer is an energetic exchange. So they deserve to be compensated. I deserve to be compensated for my wisdom, okay, as a healer and a nurse for over 17 years. So I like money, but I also know that I can be prone to the curse of the lottery winner. You know how they say about 80% of lottery winners actually end up more broke than when they had the money. Why? Because they were not prepared. Their inner home, their emotional body slash nervous system was not prepared for that money. Thought that the money, oh, if only I get $1 million, then I'll be happy. Thought the money was going to make them happy. Nothing wrong with $1 million. Again, love money, okay? Working myself up to be a millionaire. But it's not supposed to be a substitute for your healing. In fact, while you are manifesting, if I'm I'm always we're always manifesting, but if you're manifesting something right now, but you're concerned, you're worried, you're anxious about it, there is an opportunity, there's an energy leak. All right, there's an opportunity for you, and life could be preparing you. Life, creation, universe, source could be preparing you and could be urging you and nudging, especially if you're on this video, could be nudging you to heal yourself first. Because when you have that money, there are an increased amount of responsibilities. Okay. There is a responsibility for you to still care for yourself like you did before. You need to be caring for yourself and nurturing yourself before $1 million, before 10,000, before 20, before 30. Just like you have to nourish yourself and your relationship with yourself before you attract actual love, so that way you don't depend on someone else to do your emotional labor and carry your emotional weight and carry your needs and parent you. That person is just an excellent, a beautiful extension of your life, but they're not everything. The same with money. The exact same thing with money. You have got to make sure that you feel complete and whole before you reach whatever manifestation that you have. Otherwise, it will absolutely crumble. Okay? It's never going to work unless you have a foundation, right? And that doesn't mean that work has to, or money has to come, or even relationships has to come at the sacrifice, or that you have to work hard for whatever it is. I love being a healer. I love being a nurse. I love being able to create, right? So I'm still working, but I don't have to effort in that work. I don't have to work hard. In fact, I'll be honest with you, most of like sales and things that I get, when I get notifications, I'm resting. I've done the work. I've let it go because it does not define me. Hard work does not define me. I had to learn that very, very hard. There's a point where I thought I could only magnetize and earn $10,000 if I was working hard as a nurse. And that was a subconscious belief that I had. So it held me back, right? It held me back. So that's another limited money belief, right? My nervous system was like, you're not working hard, so how are we supposed to bring you money, right? So no, $1 million is not going to make you happier. It could absolutely add to your life, but it's not going to regulate your nervous system. You're sadly mistaken if that is your belief system, okay? Now, and if you don't know me, by the way, my name is Azur, and I am a spiritual healer and teacher, and I help you to stop worrying so you can consciously manifest your life. Your worry, your anxiety could be the barrier, the block to your next level of life. All right. I have healed many, many anxious cycles of my own and my clients. And so I have some resources for you. I have a free feminine nervous system guide. I have the Empress method for it's a small course for Black and brown women to help you move out of anxious survival mode. And then I also have a 7-day nervous system reset journey for you each day for 7 days. You have practices, somatic practices to help you move anxiety out of your body. I have a soft wealth lifestyle community, and what that is, it helps, it's a community that helps you to build an internal sense of wealth. Okay, and external. We like to talk about a little luxurious practices to ensure that building inner self-worth, right? No matter what your income level is the focus of that community with lightness and playfulness and learning what it's like to live a soft well. Because some of us don't know what that looks like, what luxury looks like, what, softness looks like. All right. So I created that community also for you. I will put all those links below. And I want you to comment below and let me know where you are in terms of feeling like money will regulate your nervous system and give me your opinion. Go ahead and subscribe and like if this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.